Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lifelong Learning. Today I've got a new journal that I'm going to use to house some of our projects that we're working on in these videos. Today I've got this page labeled just mandalas. That was one of my favorite things to make when I was young, was mandalas, otherwise known as the flower of life. That's what people call these sometimes. So today I'm going to show you how to use just like a simple grocery store compass to create a flower of life. So first we're gonna, this is like super loose. I need to pull out my screwdriver and just tighten this up because that's not going to work. I can already feel that that's going to move way too much. Now that I've got my compass tightened up, I'm ready to jump in. So we're just going to use the stock pencil it came with, which is kind of fun. Make sure that that's clamped down. So step one is going to be to just set a initial size for my compass. I'll start right here. So the compass has 2 points on it. It has a, this is confusing because my camera's backwards. It has a pointy and then it has a pencil. So we're going to use, right now we're on, just marking 1, 2, 3, okay, so we're on 1.5 in terms of my little gauge there. It's at 1.5. I'm going to just put my pointy piece anywhere on the page, press down. Actually, I'm going to bring this down to 1 so that I can get some more room for myself later on. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to come down to the center of the page, press down, and then I'm going to hold on to the top here and just twist, 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 twist around the center to create that initial circle. Oh, it's so faint, but the camera can see it, so it's okay, it's going to work. Let me even just reinforce these as I go to help the camera see it a little better. Great, so we've got our first circle. Now I'm going to pick any point along that circle. I'm just going to go over here to the right. Any point, and oh, this compass is awful. I love it. Okay, now I'm just making sure that my distance is still the same. It's about right. So now I'm going to create a circle from that's centered around the outside edge like this. And this is going to kind of be my first place where we're going to start to create the flower. So beautiful, we've got 2 circles. What a breakthrough. Now I'm gonna come up to one of these points where these circles intersect, press down right there, check my center again, check my center distance, it's about right. I'm just gonna press it in a little bit. I want that to be perfect. There we go, and I'm gonna create that second circle. Yeah, it was in 2nd grade when I initially was taught how to do these. We had a really cool class one day. Our teacher, I think, brought a parent in to teach us how to do these, and I was just obsessed for the rest of my life. I love making these things. So now that I have these 2 down, this looks like it's sliding away from me. It's absolutely sliding away from me. That is so annoying. Okay, just setting this off my center again. This is why it's fun to use those really fancy art store compasses, but I left all those at home today and decided to just work with the worst one I could find. So I'm going to keep going around the edge here, and you'll kind of notice, you're probably seeing the shape already start to emerge. There, we've got our first petal that just came out. And as I continue to work around the edge outside here, we're going to have more of these petals that reveal themselves. And something that's really fun with these to do is kind of almost treat it like its own coloring page, where you, like I have a massive painting in my house that's just a big one of these that I fill in, fill the cells in with different things. And that's one of the best things for this. It just kind of siphons out into this super fun pattern that can be really, really cool to color in or do different textures inside of each cell, or just all kinds of different creativity that can happen with these things. Oh no! Got a little bit of a skip there, but it's nice because the compass actually imprints onto the paper, so I can find my center again really easily. And you can see a couple of these, we're getting jostled. We're not quite overlapping perfectly, but as my friend in the theater world used to say, sometimes all we need is about within a 1/4 inch and we're good. So that's how we're treating this one. This, I'll line up right on the petal there, and this should start to bring it all together. Oh, that's a really rough one. You can see as we come around the far side of the circle, we are way off from that initial size. But what's cool is, back to our theater our theater precision, we're all like within a 1/4 inch. So you can clearly see how this happens, what's going on here, and how to make your own at home. One piece that's really fun to extend from here, and let me get as close back to our original size as I can. Okay, that looks good. One thing that's really fun is to take actually these points, right, and extend out into just the biggest, craziest mandala anybody's ever seen. Oh no, a little bit of a skip there. My biggest piece of advice would be not to rush your mandalas. I'm kind of rushing today and it's resulting in a lot more skipping than I would like. So I'm going to try to focus from here. And as we go around this outside using these intersections, and it gets a little bit hard to keep track of where's my initial circle as all these other circles start to come out. But as I go around the outside intersections, it becomes an even more advanced pattern that just continues to repeat in kind of this really cool fractal kind of a sense. It's not, doesn't run out. You could just keep going on these. So that creates some more really fun to play with shapes, and just, you know, there's a lot of creativity that can come here out of this sort of second stage. I'm gonna keep trying to fill this up as fast as I can, again without rushing, because that's just gonna slow me down. There we go. And I think this is my next one. Yep. Another thing about mandalas that's cool is there's a lot of people that are really into them will do a lot of crazy stuff with like straight lines, and mandalas aren't necessarily just something that is, you know, circles stacked on top of each other. For today, we're just starting with, you know, how to make a basic mandala, so I figured we'd kick off with the one that everyone knows. And in the future, I'd actually love to revisit some more of those ideas, because I haven't played around with crazy sauce, straight line, circle line, curvy mandalas. I haven't done that for a while, since I was probably a kid. So, man, this is feeling like I did something wrong. I don't think I did, though. I think I missed, did I miss this one? See, this is the problem, you lose track. So here's my center. Here's an intersection that doesn't have a circle yet. That's all I need to worry about. It doesn't matter if there's an extra one. And that's actually what's really fun about making these, is like trying to, you know, keep track of the pattern and trying to challenge yourself with a new pattern. And there's just all kinds of fun that can come out of this. So there it is. There's an intersection. There's a circle. I feel like they all have... I can't even keep track anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. Oh, is it that? I think I totally added this one. We're going to erase it. Oh, that's going to be so painful watching back. That's going to crack me up watching me lay that circle down. Let's see. I've got a good eraser right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here is messing up the pattern. Goodbye, 7. And let's see if that looks more like it should now. I think that does look more like it should now. This very last step for today is that we'll just match our outside circle right here and put a big circle around the whole thing. And now we've got ourselves mandala. It was a ton of fun to make. If you were able to follow along without screwing up the one that I screwed up, you've already got me beat. So congratulations, and I hope this video was able to just help you, explore this idea and start to discover the options that are out there when it comes to these things, because we could just keep filling this on all day, and at a certain point I have to let the video end. So we'll be done there, but mandalas, we'll come back for some more next time, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching.